if you buy a bunch of flowers, or even if you have flower stems in your garden, I'm going to show you a really beautiful way of wrapping the flowers, so you don't have to buy a bouquet of flowers for, you know, 30–40 pounds already wrapped. So I've just got a piece of paper, and this is obviously just my craft double-sided paper. I want the gold side to be showing, and I've just got, just from the top stem, I've probably got about 5 or 6 inches above, and I've just kept a couple of inches on the bottom. And I'm just going to put the flowers in the centre of the paper. So you just want some paper on the sides, so it doesn't really matter if you only have a little bit of paper on the sides, or in my case I'm not going to cut it down, I'm going to use a whole sheet. I'm just going to take some double-sided tape, and I'm just going to just place it on the ends of the paper. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Instead of stretching all the way to the other side, I've just turned the paper around. Now I'm going to take my cellophane and measure my cellophane. So what I need to do here is just I'm going to take the cellophane just on the end of the roll of the sheet of paper, and I'm just going to roll it over. And I don't want it flat, I'm actually going to add a little bit extra cellophane on, depending on how big your bunch of flowers are. And I'm going to just trim the excess off. So I've roughly measured the cellophane, but I'm just going to check now. You want to keep the bottom edge the same. And although I've got a little bit extra, I'm just going to trim a little bit off, just about a couple of centimetres. And then I'm just going to line up the cellophane. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to remove the backing off the double-sided tape. And then I'm just going to fold the paper over the edge of the cellophane. It's nice. Just take your time. So the cellophane is stuck in between the paper fold. And then I'm just going to turn it around, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Line it up, and then just fold the paper over, and that keeps the cellophane stuck down. And if you feel like maybe it's going to open, you can always put a couple of staples in there, but I prefer not to have any staples in my wrapping. I'm now going to just take my scissors in slightly and just cut the cellophane very gently on the top end. Now before I do anything else, I'm just going to take my scissors again, and I'm just going to put a very, very slight arch in the top, just to give it a nicer finish. So all I'm doing is just arching towards the end. Now all we're going to do now is we're just going to fold the bottom end together. So I'm just going to turn it around and I'm just going to start folding the paper on the bottom. And what we want to do is we just want to grab hold of the stem on the bottom end, just here. So before we tie anything, we just before we tie the bottom, we just want to straighten all the back. So the cellophane. And I'm just going to take my bowl. Nice and tight. I'm not going to do anything with the bottom here. I quite like that. I just think it looks nice to have a slight bunch here. But on the top, I feel like it's a little bit too high. So you can leave it to give the bouquet look like it looks really full. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just take some of the top off. Just gently just follow your scissors around. And then just give everything a nice hug. And you just have a really nicely wrapped bouquet of flowers, which are so much less expensive.